I want to know what is next for AJ. Yeah, that's the question I'm asking myself, and you just kind of alluded to it. What's next for AJ? For me, what I believe AJ should be doing next, I want him to. And I know you're saying the clock is ticking, yeah, but you're talking about we talk about mileage, fight mileage, where it's not that high considering these guys are not fighting as much in a year as they should be, right? And in terms of damage, AJ's probably taking damage in 2 fights, real damage. In the Ruiz one,
Yeah.
Ruiz first one when he went down quite a few times, and then Usyk one. And when I talk about damage, I think Usyk was just on him. It was a mental one. But in talking about damage in the ring, so I still see there's a lot more in the tank for me for a AJ. So yes, these men are still like, you got them trying to come back to boxing. I still feel there's a lot more work that AJ can be done. So I could, like, while people will say, right, AJ's got 3 fights, I double it. Say AJ got 6 fights in him. At the highest level, where he could roll out, he could get busy this season. I think a Dillian White fight, and another Dillian White and another whatever, give it to me fight, and then we roll the dice at a potential Wilder next year, a potential Fury's not going to happen this year. Absolutely not. I don't know. Never one fall into the corruption of thinking these men are going to do a deal. They're not doing anything.
So my thing is this, yeah.
Yes.
At this stage of AJ's career, right? He's showing signs of being someone who likes to be a control freak.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying? You get how he approaches his boxing. You get a potential insight into what he might be like as a man, right?
Yeah.
And this is just me shooting from way outside. I don't know.
Just looking from your perspective.
I believe the best way to get this old AJ out of him is to take it back, and we look back and analyze those fights on what they were actually based on. This is a man that knew he didn't have the deep experience in boxing like how his opponents and peers did. So the way I got to get out is absolutely put it on you, because that's my only hope in this fight, right? He knew that. He knew who he was. He knew what he was. As he's got further into the game, his intelligence or his perspective on it is like, it's not going to last like this. I'm going to lose like soon if I just fight on this. As he's gotten into to this stage, he knows a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
He does know a little bit. His boxing has gotten better.
Of course, yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Now, because of the fact that I think he's a control freak in a way, there's a part of it that thinks now he wants to be able to control every facet of a fight, every facet of a moment. Anything I do, I want to be in super control. The way you bring him out of that way of thinking is to put him in there with someone who I don't think he's going to be able to keep his composure around.
There's only one.
Right? There's two men, but there's really just one. It's Tyson. He's the brother. When you name, it's not Wilder and it's not Dillian White. Dillian White will get a rise because of the old thing, but I knocked you out already.
You know
what? The rise. Listen, the rise is for Dillian. Dillian has to watch that highlight over and over again. Dillian thinks I know you better than these people. No, you're not real. Dillian's got that about AJ. I don't know that AJ has that for Dillian. If anything, he's respond. No, he'll respond.
I'll let you land that. I'll let you land that.
He'll respond to Dillian's energy on a. You talking to?
Very true.
You know what, bro? I don't think about you. I don't list you as nothing. You don't. But don't talk to me like that because I'm gonna react. That's what that relationship is. When it's Tyson Fury. You're the reason why I'm trying to box. You're the reason why I have to prove to everyone I'm not just a bodybuilder. You're the reason. I've let this voice into my head. It's Tyson. He's going to get me out of my... If we're talking about he didn't take no chances, he doesn't fit... Bruv, Jermaine Franklin ain't the man to be taking chances with. If it's there, take it. If it's not, win and move on. But when it's Tyson, that's the gambler. I'm rolling the dice. He could see man all gassing 6 and 7 because he's thrown his because this brother here, the conversation, AJ talks in the ring. You think him and Tyson's dialogue ain't gonna get a rise out of these men? He's not sticking to no, like, this is why it irritates me. I'm like, when he's in there with an opponent that makes him feel uncomfortable, like style-wise, is you're a short, fast counter puncher. I just want to just not get into no madness. You're taller than me. So when I want to let off my big body shots and my big uppercuts and my big,
there's a lot to hit.
Your counter punches ain't gonna be fast like that. You're 6'9", bro.
Okay, so I like, you know what? I didn't see this one coming. It's like a shot. It's an overhand right that I didn't see. Yeah.
Bang.
I felt very differently about it. I understand what you're saying. So I think there's a lot of truth in what you're saying in terms of Tyson Fury and that, just how you build it up. The one thing for me though, what the guy that I always can't leave out of this situation, there's two men, and two guys that have taken AJ out of his usual self, yeah. Big Baby Miller was one where AJ followed him, yeah. He doesn't do that. Like in his boxing thing, he hasn't done that, yeah. So anytime someone makes you do something that is unrecognizable in your character, it makes me say something. So there's him. The other man is Dillian. No matter what, Dillian gave a speech here, and it pissed off AJ so much. He said, "I will line up the man them and start punching them in their faces." Remember, he said, "I'll start to line up," because somehow the difference with Dillian, that beef here is so. It's like they could be chilling, but you know, like frenemies. They're not friends. They could be chilling, but at any moment, these two look like they could start rocking it out. And I feel that about these two, because there is a lot of, there's rage from one point, but then there's another side of a character that he just gets under my skin. Dillian will say something in a way that I know it will affect AJ. No matter what, he would say something and AJ will respond immediately.
But it's not based on it. It's more based on the fact of what you said. But outside, if you don't say nothing, I don't think about you.
Agreed.
But in the silent moment of a night, brother, I'll tell you, Dillian wants that fight by himself, no prompting. He wants AJ. No. So that's why I'm saying to you, we're talking about getting a rise. Yeah, he might be able to get a rise. Always. But I'm talking the starting point with Tyson Fury is so pertinent. You can tell now he has to literally not think about it. You look at somebody trying to be in control of their own mind. Oh, just look, bruv, like, because if I commit, I'm gonna be on foolishness. Yeah. I'm telling you, that one there is going to be the one. It's going to be one of those ones where he takes that fight against the advice of everyone around him.
Well, he tried to before. And then even after the Usyk breakdown, post-fight, as soon as they thought there was a weakness, and they offered him out on the hopes of him not saying anything, because he just looked, he was in a fragile state. No, he wasn't. He was like, "I'll fight him." And they're like, oh. So I get, like, it's a true and it's a real take that if there's going to be, you know, these boxers always talk about, I need to get ready, something that needs to drive me to go and train. That's the drive, because you win everything. If you beat the man, you become the man. At the moment, unfortunately, Fury's the man. And I say unfortunately because you know how I feel about things, basically. And even now, it feels ridiculous. I feel stupid still calling Fury the man, considering he's not fighting. So we're just giving him this thing on bro, he ducked his last fight. See, calling him like,
it just feels stupid.
It feels stupid calling you number one when number one doesn't want to fight. So then why are you still number one if you're not fighting? Like, that's dumb for me. That's the part for me is like, wait, what are we doing here? It's like that kid at school that's got a big reputation, but he never fought anyone. Everyone said, I heard about that time.
In year eight, bro, we're year 11 now.
Now our man bodies are kicking in. Like, what's going on? Like, who is this guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel that these men have to continue to prove themselves. And when you prove yourselves, you're open for public opinion. At the moment, we're rating for someone for something he's done. Yes, he fought against a Dillian that was nowhere in the right minds. Nowhere, just is rubbish. That Dillian was rubbish. That fought thingy. I'm talking about Dillian that fought Fury. I'm talking about when I look at Fury right now, he fought a rubbish Dillian. Well, I don't know what's wrong with that Dillian. He fought Chisora again. But we're still saying, bro, the way we're gonna know what's wrong with Dillian is if he fights Usyk. The same guy who called him a pumped up middleweight, this, that, and the other for the longest time. But I'm just saying, in terms of just to kind of not close this AJ conversation, but just to kind of finish on AJ, I'm saying what needs to happen now is he has to stick with that coach. And I feel he can develop. I think there's, as you say, in terms of control freak, these two, there was a lot of control.
There's a lot of
the two of them. They were just it was their show. It was like everyone else, we just happened to be a part of their conversation on that fight night. There was me, you, let's go. What's the plan? And I think
also,
he continue that.
And also, he showed improvements in his boxing that night.
Yeah.
The jab got the fight. The jab handled the fight. Like the movement, he was looking for certain angles at different times. Do you know what I mean? The way he was clinching, turning him at certain points. It's like it was an educated performance. Do you know what I mean? People, we're bloodthirsty. We want the KO, make the statement.
Absolutely.
But we decided that those were the rules. Do you see? We decided those were the rules and we committed to it based on the fact we don't really know Franklin. So because we don't know you, bro, what are you on? Imagine Craig Richards goes to America and then man are like, blow this English boy away. Good luck. Craig Richards is sparring heavyweights. Good luck. But you don't know Craig. So when you're talking like that based on a man that's unknown, that's the thing. Now, for me, it's one of those things where like now going forward, it's more than likely gonna be a Dillian White next. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, Dillian says he needs one more if AJ's nose is messed up. But if not, then we cook. Do you know what I'm saying? Like cook someone else. Take Joe Joyce. I don't want to stay in gimme fight. I don't think that AJ needs those gimme fights. That fight, there weren't no gimme fight.
Hergovich was chatting some.
Hergovich is insane. I saw the takes. I said, bro, it's so clear, that right now it's open season on AJ. All these men can line up and say whatever they want to say, and nobody's going to check them because they don't like AJ.
It makes sense to call him out. It's the money ticket.
I hear that. But bro, if I call out a fighter, man, man are gonna beat, bro. Shut your mouth, bro. Like, shut your mouth, bro. Yeah. Like, and as there's levels in this thing. So for me, I'm like a Hergovich, bro. After the gift decision you got over Zhang, you're not in conversation to be talking like this.
I hear that, but
Otto Wallin's last fight, bro.
I expected those. Fighters go in, they look at things, and there's no fighter that says, he's going to beat me. They're all conditioned. So they watch that fight. Like Dillian, who fought Franklin, was like, why is he fighting him so rubbish like this? Bro, you fought him last. Like, you're talking as if, so there's this thing with these fighters that they'll watch a fight and be like, I can beat you. Even when Hayes' body was broken, he was looking at AJ saying, I've seen things. I've seen, I know how to. But naturally, I can't be mad at Hergovich for saying I can beat him because you're meant to feel like that as a boxer. Like you've gone in there and said, I can exploit that. But everything's easy until you're in the ring and then you truly know what I'm going. Because people. Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just gonna say it's like
stuff. People say, I can beat him. Go on then. Get in there and tell me how it looks. It's easy calling someone a pumped up middleweight, but then sign the contract.
Fam. And that's why I see a lot of these takes are like, if this person was fighting AJ that night, he'd have gone. And I'm like, he wouldn't have fought you like that. He fought him like that for a very specific reason, because that style gives him nightmares. So he's got to really manage it appropriately. I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying about the hype thing. Put him in there with one of these brothers, and we're gonna see what we're used to seeing.
Listen, just to you lot, let us know what you think AJ should do next, who he should fight next, and what's the right mapped out plan for AJ? Who do you want to see him fight next, actually? And let us know in the comment section. Just to move things on. Listen, we can go two ways. We can talk about Dillian, or we can talk about Amir Khan, fam.
Dillian.
Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.